Hey everybody, it's Triple J. Welcome back to another episode of Bountiful Bayou here in City Skylines. And I think we missed maybe a week without it, but we are back now. Taking a look at our farms here, I came back into the map and I really like how this looks. I was concerned that when I came back I wasn't gonna like it, but I like sort of the somewhat grid nature of it, but also a little bit of the randomness of some of these road systems, which I think is really cool. And I like what we're doing here, and I think it's going to function really well as we start to migrate some of this industry into our farming specific area. Now again, I think out here I want to create a little bit of that generic industry. You know, maybe it's just a small little pocket here. Nothing too crazy, but I do want to have some generic industry because it does help a little bit with balancing your the industrial levels of your city a little bit by having generic industry and generic goods that are being made. But I do want to get this this moving, but we need to level up, and in order to level up, we need to get to 350 workers. We're close. We're only like 30 away. We're producing definitely enough of the resources to get to that level, but we do need more workers working over here. And so I want to kind of experiment a little bit and see if I get rid of that entire block. If I get rid of this entire block of industrial jobs, will that, and I'll get rid of you too. I don't really want to move that just yet, but I will get rid of this because this is all a little bit temporary at this point. But I want to see if that will give us an influx into people moving over here now that we have some more jobs available. I don't know if it's gonna, if that's a 1-to-1 ratio. It may take a little bit of time for that to happen, but I'm curious. You know, it might take some time too. I don't think that's an immediate change. You know, I don't think because everybody is sort of their own person and they have to go do their own thing. I don't believe it's an automatic sort of switch over type of thing. I mean, we have seen a little bit of a bump, I guess. You know, 10 or so people. I mean, we're so close. We only need 20 more. So if I got rid of another block? Now, of course, it's going to affect our budget a little bit, but I'm really not worried about our budget at this point. We have a very healthy budget. Anything above 10 is very healthy, in my opinion, and we're at almost $4.5 million in total total monies. But I mean, in theory, you would think if you took away jobs, industrial jobs, that would then force industrial jobs to then work where they could find it, and we need workers here. But I just don't think, I think there's something that varies within the industry's DLC and how that counts toward industrial jobs and industrial demand as a whole. And I don't know exactly what it is. It's a very sometimes confusing overlap, and I don't always know what it is, but I don't know. We'll have to keep our eye on that. We see now we've even dipped a little bit. You know, it's possible we've lost some population. It's possible that maybe we just need a few more people in here who are looking for work. Let's see. Do we have any more areas over here that we want to fill with housing? I think yes. I think there can be housing. I don't know exactly how this is all going to work. Wow, look at all these people coming off the train station. That is phenomenal. That is phenomenal. Look at this. That is great. I mean, that's what you want to see. We want full trains. You want people using it to the highest extent that they can use it. And that's what we're looking for. Now, where is that train? There's one coming back. 201 out of 240. I think that's pretty good, considering. And they're going to land in here. We got a bunch of people waiting at the station. We fill back up with 150. So 200 people are getting off. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. There they go. Looks like they're all taking this walking. They're all going to walk essentially on this path over to here. Some of them probably live over here. They're going to go shop. They will walk a great distance, but what's nice about sort of starting with the... And this is where I like to start with everything unlocked right away, is because if we can put trains in quickly, or trains, or anything that's a little bit longer form of transportation. This is 178. You know, something that's a little bit, you know, because obviously this is a very long trek from here to here. But what we get to see with this is where people get off and where they walk to. Right now we have 150 plus people, and we can see where they're kind of essentially where they're trying to go. We don't really care exactly where they're going, but we do care about the general direction. So what we would benefit from is a bus line here, probably, that would take them across the way here and drop them off, you know, sort of in a central sort of city center, maybe a couple bus stops, and then kind of have that be the direct bus route for the train station. And that's a really, really nice thing to be able to see that. So that's kind of something that can help you, I think, with transportation, and that's why I generally hold off. I know I'd been getting messages from people like, are you going to have public transportation? And that is always in the plans to do public transportation. But I think you sort of need to build a bigger sort of city and figure out where people are trying to get to before you start making that jump. That's just my opinion. See, now we've dropped to 280. We are having maybe a little bit of a generational dip in the amount of people, but we still have a pretty high demand for residential. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of corner stores right there. And let's put some more people right in here. And I don't know exactly what I was planning to do with this, but let's get a little bit more people right there. Some housing right there. Because if we boost the population, that might help us out a bit. And it's, you know, like these, not enough workers. See, these are complaining that there's not enough workers, but I'm almost wondering if I could just get rid of this entire thing. And then shift this into there. And then just get rid of some of this. I could move the treatment plants. What I think I'm going to do with the inland water treatment plants is I might move them over here. Well, no, I don't want to move them over there. Well, yeah, the treatment plants I can move over here. Water intake I can't. But yes, the treatment plants I certainly can. That actually might be a good move, although it might make more sense to keep them at least somewhat close to some water, like a water source. Again, I don't think we're going to want to keep these windmills, or if I do want the windmills, I want to put them a little bit more, you know, interspersed. Like setting them inside of the farmland, I think is a good, you know, moving them somewhere over here, just kind of dispersing them out a little bit. Obviously, this is not going to get as much wind over there, but we can sort of put it maybe off of the highway right here. I think that works quite well. See, that's already much better to look at. And then we can figure out something alongside the coast here. I'm going to want as well to figure out something that we want to do with the pumping stations. This does not have road access anymore. So let's keep shrinking this down because, again, I want to put sort of a little, I want to put another little village on this side. A little bit more housing that exists out here. Yeah, I mean, the produced amount of resources, we've doubled it, what we need. It's just getting the workers. See, now what might be helpful to actually get those workers is simply putting down more fields. If we put down more fields, then that forces at least some people to go and work there, because what's happening is these are probably all freight trucks. Yeah, 17 of 25 workers, 15 of 25. Yeah, so they're not even full, right? They're not at full capacity, but some people will end up working there if we put down more. So maybe we should just do that to get us to that next jump. The reality is, though, that I want to start using some of these larger fruit fields. So maybe we just kind of, you know, we just put a pin in that for a second here and really start to... Do we have a tile purchase? No. Oh, we do have a tile purchase. Okay. I think I was holding on to that. What we could do is start working into the downtown area and possibly connecting up the highway, which would then mean I would probably want to open up this tile, because I think I'm going to want to connect it over here somewhere by the lakefront residential. It's possible that we want to have actually two splits, one going this direction to here and then one going this direction over to here, because the more highway interchanges you can create, the better off, the easier it'll be for everybody to get off of the highway. You don't want them all super close together, but we also got to work on the bike path and things. And I do want to extend this out and still create that. In fact, I'm going to put this over here, the shopping district here. Shopping district. Put that down. But I don't, you know, I need to get this little bit. I need this bit, but unfortunately it's split between two tiles, so it's not giving us a lot of options at this point. But then we could also bring this road around. Maybe that links up with this. Because again, I feel like I probably go back and forth with this depending on the videos, and sometimes I forget where my brain was going. But I actually think that we should take this road and bring it through and have a connection point, because this is going to be a little bit more on the outskirts. Whereas a connection over here is going to be a lot more sort of... Yeah, I think that's the play. So I'm going to buy this tile. And when do we unlock our next milestone? 17,000. But we don't get another tile for that. We get a solar plant. The waste transfer facilities will be nice to get. It's not until 28,000 that we unlock our next tile. Okay. That is fine. But I do want to make a connection point over here. So what do we got going on here? Let's assess the situation. We have a little bit of a slope going on. So I think I'm going to want to redo that. So let's pause the game. And let's redo this section. It wasn't the prettiest looking thing anyway. We are working a little bit on that slope. So I'd like to level that. Let's level that out. And I do see that that's on a little bit of a height, which is fine. And we can move that bit down. That's not a problem. But I want to sort of extend this out so we can create the interchange we want through there. And then let's take a look at this height map through here. So we can snake around. Maybe we go through here and avoid that dip. And then we'll get just a little bit of a tiny, I mean, it's barely a slope, really. But then that allows us to bring this through, which I'm going to do that right now. So let's grab our two-way highway. We'll snag it like that. And we'll have this go straight for a little bit. The question is, do I want to snake it around there? I don't think that's necessary. I do want it to go like that. Like that. And I think that's nice. Nice little curve there. And then we'll figure out how to connect it up with this, because it probably should be a 4-way interchange. And I think what we can kind of do is play with this mountain here, or this little hillside. I wish I had access to this tile here, but I think I can still make it work. But what I was thinking is, if we create a, you know, an overpass that connects up over this, is what we can do is sort of have this tunnel into the side here, and then it could come out on this side and sort of almost have a little bit of a barrier between the highway and then sort of this little, I don't know, inlet town that we could have that exists out here. Sort of disconnected, maybe some sort of a suburban village of some sort or something. I think that would be kind of nice. I wonder if I get... I don't want to destroy that and then not be able to connect up to this. See, I can't destroy this piece. When you get too close to the edge of your line, unless you have a mod, of course. See how I can't destroy that? It's because it's too close. So I'm actually worried if I destroy that, I'm not going to be able to build off of that. So I'm going to leave it. It's not the end of the world. Let's curve this. Let's curve this like so. And then I'm going to try to line these up as best as I can. That's pretty good. Not good enough. And I think I actually pushed that back too far, but yeah, that's not right. 176. 179.7. That's pretty close to 180, and that's actually kind of a nice curve. Now the trick is getting this to line up, which we should be able to do by doing that. And then trying that. 178, that's pretty close. 179.3, I'll take it. I will take that. And that looks pretty good there. Reverse the direction. Okay, now the trick is getting this. We're going to have to bridge this. So I actually think I want to work. Well, no, because I'm going to need the off ramps. I want to keep this 2-lane sort of rural highway feel. So let's go up to 12. And I'm going to have it, I may need to rebuild a little bit of this, but I'm going to have it cross. Like, let me turn on anarchy so I can get across there. So about like so. Then I'm going to go to flat and in to the tunnel there. So it just sneaks right inside. I'm going to raise this just a skosh so it's flat. And then can I raise this up so it looks level? And then what I can do to adjust that is just, you know, bring that up a little bit. Blend it a little bit more into this hillside. That's nice. High enough. Okay. So then what this will need to do, that's why I gave myself plenty of room over here, is this will have to come down, and I think I'm going to do it on a curve. So I'm going to curve out. I'm going to go into 6 units. And then I'm going to take it out another, as far as I can go, which is 12. Nice. curve it a little bit, and then I'll meet up with that. I'm going to bring that out just a little bit more, then I'll curve it. Like so. Yeah. Yeah, that could work. Cool. So this is a little bit of a flat plane. We take a little bit of a bridge. I'm just going to fix that a little bit more so it's a little sloped. Nice. Okay, and then we'll go up, and then we'll go through, and then this will carry on over to here, and then what we'll do is just have on and off ramps over here. And my hope is that they aren't going to use, well, we may have to scale it a little bit, but we'll see. So can I build off of this? I can. What I think I want to do, I kind of wonder if I want to do a half clover over here. I think that's probably a better play. So let me come. I'm going to grab the 2-lane road because that'll allow me to go straight. So let me go out 10 units. Let me go out 10 units to... Show 12 units out to flat. Okay, now I can use this road, and I'll upgrade that to the highway after this. What I'm going to try to do is get a snap point there. Beautiful. Something like that. Okay, and then let's see if I can line this up. Let me go about 2 units. Let's say 2 units to there, or 3 units there. We'll go that. And I'm going to grab move it real quick. Just slide those over so they line up. Okay. We are going to... It looks like we're dipping down a little bit. Let me check the height map. We are. So let me give myself just a little bit more room here. It's not a perfect... You know, it's not a perfect curve, but I think it'll be okay. There we go. And then to there. Give it nice long approach because we have the space for it. I think something that I feel like something that's possibly definitely something I did when I first started playing City Skylines is not give myself enough room for interchanges. And I think we've talked about this before, but you know, the map, even if you're only playing with 9 tiles, the map is still huge. There's so much infrastructure, there's so many things you can do, even in 9 tiles of this game, that I think we sometimes forget about. And I think it's worth discussing that, like, we have the space. Stretch your legs a little bit, you know, give it some room. I mean, interchanges in real life take up a massive amount of space. A massive. You know, I don't love, you know what? I actually love how imperfect this feels. You know, the curves aren't perfect, but it's sort of, it's grittier. It's on the outskirts. It doesn't feel, I don't know. It feels a little bit more rural. Like I get that rural feel from it. So I think we roll with it. So let's do the same thing over here. And let's do it. Maybe we do the opposite. I'm trying to think about this approach because I don't have more room to make that longer approach like I'd like. I could change it later, of course. But if I... Because we have this... We're kind of working with the side of the hill here. So what if I curve this to 3? So we still get a, you know, a gentle start there. Something like that. And I can mess with the heights later. Now, will it give me enough space? It's actually pretty good. Let me bring these closer, though. Okay. Yeah, we're definitely working our way close to this. So let me get a little tighter there and then go... Yeah, that's not going to do it, is it? I mean, it kind of would. And I know what you're thinking. Is that because we have... Well, I just lost my train of thought. I'm just trying to think about how this goes. So if I do that in... I'm going to want that to stretch like over to here. So what we'll do instead is we're going to just create a real stubby little... We're going to create a very temporary stubby turn here that will connect up to this. I know I could do it on this side, but I like having these be on the opposite sides, especially out here. And we will have the space once we get another tile out here, but because we do have that access, right? We're going to have that tile. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we'll get another row there for the 25. Okay. And if not, if something doesn't work out, we can change it. But for now, that's gonna have to do. I don't love this though. So I'm wondering if I can maybe just sort of follow along this. I think the curve is a bit awkward. So let me try to grab all these nodes. So go there to there, and then we'll go in. And what I can do with this is even just pull it out a little bit. Just move it. And then we can, yeah, there we go. Give it a little bit more space there. And then I'll upgrade those and those to that. It's gonna be a little tight over here, but thankfully we don't really have much out here yet. So I think it's okay. I'll slide that down. A little bit of a slope. I think we'll have people using this though. In, out, and of course I'm gonna want to make sure that we can't have this little left turn here. We'll have to deal with that with traffic manager, but I think we're gonna end up seeing some cars using this actually, like this truck right here. Where are you headed? You are exporting. Cool. So let's ride this. Ride this tractor here. And that's going to do it for this episode. we can get a whole lot done, but we talked a lot about infrastructure stuff. I think that's going to kind of be the case for the next few episodes as we start to expand the city out a little bit and build some of our newer areas. But everybody, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I think there was some. I think we talked about some really, really important, just basic city things in this episode, and I hope you learned something. But we'll see you in the next episode, everybody. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode of Bountiful Bayou here in City Skylines. Bye, everybody.